Well, I go to present you two time of my work. It was the first time is in between 1984 and 1988. The story of an independent graphic designer, and after I go to speak about an very strong experience that I live in between 1989 and 1992 in Médialab with a team, a very nice team. And well, it's the two part of my speak. Well, my very early time is in 1984. I'm a student in video art, in fact, and cinema experimental. And I have the chance to work with a groupment of video artists calling Grand Canal. And in this group, you have a lot of video artists like Orlan, Jean-Christophe Bouvet, Belloir, Prado, Fargier. And in this company calling Grand Canal, one of the first 2D graphic graphic palette system? Pen system, excuse me. This was given by the company who makes this pen system, and they say to this group of video artists, try to use it, and we go to see what you can do inside with that. And finally, nobody used it, only an assistant, it was me. I make my first picture, visible picture, for an exposition of Orlan, a French artist, who make Sky on video in end of '84, and this video was included, in fact, in this video here, and that's my first picture, first visible picture of computer graphic. Just after, one other version of this pen system, the Graph 9com, with not only 8 colors, but with 16 colors. That's my first time in between 84 and 85, I think. In the company calling Scrum, where we work on the Graph 9, one other event happened in 86, I think, or perhaps just end of 86, I think. One other company, an American company, come with one other software called Cubicomp, and gave a box to this company and said, if you have some graphics for test this machine, you can go what you can do with that. And at this time, I think there are only 2 computers in France, one used by by you, and one by you. And you can see some very early picture made on Cubicomp on this time. And the very interesting thing, it was with this software sent in series, some independent freelance graphists can create a community, and a group of young graphists not in contact with the big studio. In fact, all the studio who have a home software can come to change some point of view and work together. And I think it's the beginning of a community of freelance infographists in France. And it's very important because this community of freelance, based on the system of it's les intermittents du spectacle. This community was a very strong motor of creation in this early time. Okay, I got to present one other picture. It's one of the most visible pictures that I done with Cubicomp. It's a head ball made for a documentary for Antenne 2. Yes, this was Antenne 2 at this time, and this picture was shooting from the screen, and slowly in the press, this 3D. I'm sorry, I'm a very bad picture of this ball. This picture come to be, this 3D picture come to be the symbol, the graphic symbol of this terrible disease, And I think it's the picture, the more edited picture that I have done in my work, and one of the more visible picture of this time. Little later, in '88, for the French freelance, the big market come to be the design for corporate and communication, graphic broadcast and corporate communication graphic. And I think on this time is the beginning of the time where some graphists, infographists we say in France, come to have some budget, the responsibility of bigger budget. And the graphists make the conception, they do the film on the computer, and they make the direction, in fact. And slowly, a group of independent graphists come to be some specialized film director in 3D. And this was what happened to me. Slowly, I go from the graphic design, in fact, to the film direction. And this is one of them. It was the conception and the direction of the opening of the presidential in '88. They asked me to make the design of this picture, we can discover who is the president. That is at the first tour. The second one there was only one of the two. Okay, and this picture is I think it's my first work with Explore. And this picture was made in Ex Machina. It's my first production where I didn't do myself the picture, but with a big team. It was a big experience for me at this time. Well, 1988, 1989 is, I call that the temptation of the fiction. I have directed a lot of broadcast animation, and of course, for a graphic designer, going to the film direction, the temptation of test the computer graphic for make fiction was very strong. And I have the opportunity to use a 3130, a Silicon Graphic 3130, by one of my friend Bruce Krepp, who have a little company of animation, and he buys this computer from a studio, I don't remember which one, in low price. And he said to me, well, you can test, if you have some time, you can test to make some animation test. And that is the early first version of Don Quixote. It was made on this famous 3130 in a little room. And with this project, and I was a video system, a company of broadcast television asked me to call me for make I don't remember, a jingle for TV or something like that. And one of the guys of the team at this time, video system, was only 3 guys. It's Luc Fröhlicher and Sylvain Doreau. And one of the guys, I think is Luc Fröhlicher, present my first live test to the director of the company, calling Alain Guillot. And the guy come back, I was on my computer making this, I think, Roland Garros jingle opening or something. I say, well, I have seen your line test, and I propose, if you want, you can use the material of the video system, and we go to try to produce your first short movie. And it was the beginning of the Don Quixote story. Well, the question with Don Quixote, when I want to make this film, is, can I tell a story in 3D? Because I have made a lot of animation, but I was not sure, and it was possible to really make a fiction with 2 humanoid people speaking together and making an action. And it was just the beginning, and we want to test that on video. Alain Guillot was very excited by the idea of this tentative, and he pushed me. The other point was to test a system of animation called Arctic, which we have spoken about this system. And my idea was to not go in the design of cartoon design, or to not go in the golden logo look, but to looking for, is it possible to find one other way for design the character, more a design for present the volume, the form, more based on the puppet, more based on the caricature, or than the cartoon, in fact, looking for one other way for make the character. And the other thing was to have a kind of rendering with texture, pictorial rendering, a kind of Baroque thing, and not a minimal, not take the minimal acts, but more take a kind of Baroque with a lot of duplication of objects. Well, it was a strong experience. We go to see the film. The film is calling Don Quixote, DQ. You see the film? Okay. It's the number one, in fact.
Sancho!
What?
Fortune is with us, my friend. There are at least 30 long-armed giants whom I intend to wipe from the face of the earth.
I see no giants.
What do you mean, no giants? They're right there in front of us. I shall engage them in fierce and bloody combat until I slay one and all.
Yes, but master, all I see are innocent windmills which grind the flour to bake bread.
If you're afraid, run and hide. And you stand and fight, gutless monsters, for it's one lone knight who defies you. Fair and fickle Dulcinea, inspiration of my deeds, I am yours even unto death. Charge!
Oh, saints above, now he's fighting windmills.
Prepare to die, demons from hell! Villains, ravens, yellowberries, defend yourselves! Come on, you think I'm afraid of you? Cowards! You want to escape the sting of my lance? Into the grave! Take that! Oh!
Poor master. See what you get when you follow your fantasies? God have mercy on us.
Wow. A lot of energy for a result, well, is what it is, huh? And finally, the conclusion after this first film was, and we have to looking for some way for make the animation, because it was a little bit, well, they work like a puppet. But this film gets some success, and I think it was a very, very good experience for me. After this experience, okay, that's a presentation. The quality is more than normally in the 35mm original. After this first experience, I'm stopped to be freelance. I come in the team of video system with Sylvain Deroux, Alain Deroux, and Luc Frolischer, and we come to develop the computer graphic in Médialab. I think it's in 1919, Alain Guillot decided to invest a lot in computer graphic, like he have done before with graphic tools box. And he decided to create a new company calling Médialab. And in this company was a full company of computer picture, and we have few axes to develop. It was fiction, real-time animation, and virtual reality. And now I go to speak not only about my work, but about this entity calling Médialab. all go very quickly because the story of Médialab, the first story, the story of the first time of Médialab is 3 years. Very quickly, Guillaume wanted to make a long movie, and he heard about a film, a project of a 3D animation film, and he decided that he wanted to make one. And he asked us, who is a good drawer for make a film in a big movie? And we're looking for, and Guillaume, we say, well, Moebius, of course, because the graphic style of Moebius was very interesting for, we think at this time, for make a full movie. And now I got to speak about this adventure calling Starwatcher, and Starwatcher we do a first pilot we present the first pilot in 1991. Just the day after we said to Guillaume, it can be fun to make something with Moebius. The day after, he called Moebius in the 10 minutes, and the day after we have a hit with Moebius, and he decided to produce a Starwatcher. That's I think it's a picture of the first meeting. Okay, that's the team, the early team of Starwatcher. Donc it's 1990. And it's funny because this team is a little bit non-usual. It's a group of freelance, in fact. Guillaume takes around a lot of freelance who have learned 3D alone, in fact, and asked him to work on this project. We can see Pascal Lelup, Sylvain Doreau, Pierre Haddad, Luc Fleischer, Moebius on the center, Fabienne Rouault, Jean Rubac, Eric Krebs on the top, me with some hair, and Alano here with some hair too. Okay, now I got to present some graphic research about the project. Well, we work with a very big drawer. Moebius is a very, very, very good, and that is some picture of the first storyboard of Starwatcher, of the pilot. On upside, you can see a line test animation. Okay, and now perhaps I present Starwatcher, the film, but perhaps I go to play it because there are some things from my computer. Make it up. This pilot is present to the SIGGRAPH and have some success too. And Alain finds a big part of the finance for the project of film. And we continue to work on the project, and now we decide to develop a little more the animation system. And you can see on the picture on the top, it's a puppeteer who animates the face of Starwatcher. It's the beginning of the development of a software calling Pork, and we go to speak more about it. And here you have some character design by Moebius for this project. 3D, Fabrica the robot, and Starwatcher. And you see some model sheet made in 3D by her sculpture here. That is some picture of the storyboard. 70% of the storyboard, perhaps more, was completely drawn when suddenly the project stopped very suddenly. But I will go back on this subject. In the same time that this project of film, Jeff Lesner come to the team and develop in incredible something like 6 months. The base was here. Develop a software for make real-time animation on silicon graphic with puppeteer. We use some glove for animate the face. And Médialab got to develop a lot of different characters. And the first one is Matt Le Fantôme, designed by the comics drawer Liberator. And it was the first real-time animation on TV for I think it was every week. I think it's the first use of real-time animation like it on TV broadcast. Poupidou, this character, I've made some, I think we use it for make real-time animation on air. I think it's the first experience of animation in direct on air of puppeteer in 1991. And of course, we use the same system for make motion capture for the film Starwatcher. How it works, that is one of my characters. It's very easily. You have the hand here, on the end of the puppeteer, you have the facial expression. And the puppeteer, this was some puppeteer from Canal+, from Les Guignols de l'Info. And the puppeteer has this strong thing that it can completely abstract her body in her figure. And they animate directly the character with hand. And this project is, here you see the two puppeteers, one controls the position of the fish, and one other makes the animation. It's two guys from Nickelodeon TV, because this character was used after for direct on-air animation in England. And now we go to looking for, I don't know what I have after. Yeah, now I go to speak about one other experience, very interesting, produced by Médialab. It's, I think, perhaps not, because we never know, one of the first virtual visit online. It's made for Imagina in 1993 with the same software, in fact. And two people, a priest in Monaco, I think, and the conservatory of this church in Paris, make a virtual visit of the Abbey of Cluny, the reconstitution of the Abbey of Cluny in real time. Now I finish with a last point. I'll stop very quickly with the death of Alain Guillot in the 27th of October. I just asked to present a little film made by the team of Médialab just for the 1 year after the death of Alain, where you go to see some picture. Okay.
Croyez dans vos rêves et vos rêves deviendront vrais. La seule limite, c'est l'imagination. Faire ce film, c'est aller au-delà de nos limites.
Who are you?
The master named me Fadrica. I was asked to make sure you have everything you need. I'm what you might call the mistress of the house. The nice bit of fruit is the stain of blessing.
Don't be offended, but this apple is gross.
Gross.
It has absolutely no taste.
Taste. What's taste?
Ce qui compte avant tout, c'est la magie de l'histoire. On arrive à animer un personnage en temps réel.
Décidément, entre les états d'âme de ce pauvre niais et votre vulgarité maladive, comment puis-je garder la tête froide? De plus, dans un environnement aussi dégradé, je me demande si les responsables de l'urbanisme ne s'en mettent pas un peu dans les poches.
Oh,
Ouais, ça m'étonnerait pas, ça. Tout est pourri. Tout est pourri.
Tout cet égoïsme, cette absence de communication.
Ah! Enfin! La bouffe! La bouffe! Ah, il était temps, hein. Je commençais à avoir les gros.
Moi, je n'ai pas faim. Je me sens un peu matraque.
Allons, cher ami. Il faut vous sustenter. Nous avons encore de longues conversations devant nous, vous savez.